last 2 times we've been here, it's been a lot of fun and has led to a pretty good run both times. So I love Omaha. I was so pleasantly surprised, not saying anything negatively to begin with, but hey, this area, the downtown area, what they call it, Old Town, is that right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's great, and our fans love it, and so certainly it's cool that our fans will be able to enjoy that. Of course, we won't be able to much, but it's always nice when your fan base has a good time.
Did you go ahead and rest Landon, Perry, and Frank like you're thinking about?
Perry and Landon did not practice on Monday. Perry practiced yesterday and today, and Landon practiced Tuesday and took today off. So beginning tomorrow, we'll have all our pieces, and that's just for precautionary measures, but we'll have all our pieces ready to go.
Bill, you said Perry looked good in practice, noticeably better than he was last weekend.
Oh yeah, Perry wasn't very good in Kansas City, and that's not a knock to Perry at all. It's just a knock to timing, a knock to confidence, a lot of things. He's a lot more confident today, and his timing's better. He hadn't shot the ball particularly well, but I don't even care about that. I just want a guy to have confidence to go make plays, and he was a little hesitant in Kansas City, but that's why he was out there, so that hopefully that hesitancy was last weekend and wouldn't be this weekend if it was his first time to get out there on it. He's got more confidence now.
You guys talked about one-on-one defense at the end of the second half of the Iowa State game. Is that anything you guys focused in on, knowing teams saw that now?
Well, teams have seen it all year long. Our I don't want to say inability, that's too strong, but our inconsistency in how well we guard the ball. Offensively, defensively, the first half, probably as good a defense we played all year. Second half, probably as poor defense. So Iowa State, all they did the second half was play to mismatches and put their head down and drive it, which was smart. And we didn't do a good job. I wish I'd gone zone earlier in the half instead of waiting until about 6 minutes left. But I think it exposed us, and I think it told some of our better defenders supposedly that hey, we got to turn it up some, because some of our better defenders got treated pretty poorly there in the second half. But with all that being said, you got to be able to guard the ball in the NCAA tournament, because a lot of it comes down to guard play.
Are you confident KU fans will get out here?
I hadn't really given it a lot of thought about our fans, because I think it usually goes without saying that our fans show up. But certainly with Wisconsin being here, and I don't know, I would think our fans would have known for the last month or two that there's the better than 50-50 chance that we'd be playing in Omaha in the first weekend. So, I hope that they were able to secure tickets, but if they haven't got them, I would think if they're creative, they can still get them, because I know Iowa State figured out a way to get them in Kansas City. I think our fans have always been creative and have always figured out ways to get them wherever we were playing, and hopefully Omaha will not be the exception.
Are you good with how the Wichita State thing hasn't gotten a ton of attention?
You know what? I wouldn't know if it's got a ton or not got a ton. Be real candid. I haven't watched any news station. I've seen a couple of the ESPN national broadcasts, or maybe it's been mentioned, but the mention on that is so minimal compared to about what's going on with all the other teams, or Kentucky's quest for 40-0. I mean, that's been obviously the talk that I've heard. So this got minimum play nationally, but you know that if both teams win on Friday, it'll be a 48 hours of a pretty good build-up, which it should be. But I've been able to stay out of that and plan on staying out of it.
Do you have a problem with the fact they've won 13 in a row and they're making you play a team that's won 13 in a row as a 2 seed?
Well, the thing that surprised me is so misleading. And granted, you got to win games regardless of who you play, but their third and fourth leading scorer didn't play in 7 of their losses. I mean, they've lost 3 games when they've had their full complement of players. So that right there makes a difference. They were both out for about a 10-game stretch. No, they were both out 12 games. One guy on the first 2 games of the 12 games, one guy on the back end of the 12 games. So there was a stretch there where they didn't have a very good run, but in large part because they were beat up. This team is really good, and they're really athletic. I mean, athletically, they match up with anybody in our league without question.
What news can you give us on Cliff?
There's no news. No news. So don't have anything We have elected not to travel him strictly because since he's not eligible to play, and with everything going on with the NCAA and what has been told to us, I hate it for Cliff, but it is the reality of it. So, he's not traveling during the tournament as long as he's not cleared to play. So, and that's the way it usually works with all guys that are ineligible.
Could he have made the trip though? Or
I don't know if it was positive that he could or couldn't. I think it was kind of left up to us to determine it, and based on prior history, the smart thing has always been to do not to travel. So it wasn't a knock to him. It wasn't an admission of anything. What it was is all parties just trying to do the right thing.